What if I told you that all those hours on the treadmill or doing those HIIT classes might actually be working against you when you're trying to lose weight? I know you've been told that cardio burns calories. Eat less, move more movement is high. But once you're a mom over 30, that formula is totally broken. In the next 15 minutes, I'm going to break down exactly what your body needs to burn fat, why cardio alone won't get you there, and what to do instead. You've been showing up to Orange Theory, right? You've been going to the 5 a.m. HIIT classes. Maybe you've done what you did in your 20s and you're just adding in extra treadmill sessions. I mean, I could do that. I could just eat salad for 2 weeks and add a couple treadmill sessions in and boom, I'm ready for a bikini. But maybe you're not seeing any results with that. And maybe your core goal is to lose weight and burn fat. The worst part is that you're working really, really hard and likely seeing no results. Otherwise, you wouldn't be on this video. Hi, I'm Kylie Hykins. I'm a personal trainer and a nutrition coach, and I've helped hundreds of clients lose weight without diets or burnout. And I can tell you that the ones who are doing the most cardio are rarely the ones getting the best results. In this video, I'm going to compare cardio and strength training side by side so you can know exactly what works best for a mom over 30 who's trying to lose weight. And then I'm going to give you a simple action steps and how you can put this into place so that you are burning more fat and you're getting lean, toned, and lighter day by day. Yes, it's true. Cardio burns calories, but only while you're doing it. And as a busy mom who wants to lose weight with less time and effort, you need something that's going to pay dividends, and that is strength training. You see, you might be on the elliptical, doing extra treadmill sessions, all that. I mean, girl, I did that too. I do that all the time. But cardio is just that. It's good for cardiovascular health, which is important. Don't get me wrong. But if your goal is to lose weight and burn fat and look lean and toned, then strength training is going to be your friend. Cardio has you upping the calorie count on your watch, which feels good. You're sweating, you're in the moment, you're exhausted, all these things. But the moment you step off the treadmill, calorie burning stops. You need something that's going to pay dividends, that's going to really help with your energy expenditure, that's going to really boost your metabolism. And that is muscle. Because we're going to be burning calories while our body adapts to all the stress that we've put on it while we've been in the weight room. But here's what gets worse for moms over 30. Remember cortisol? Yeah, too much cardio and not enough recovery and not enough muscle is just going to spike cortisol. Cortisol is, I've said it before, but I love this analogy. It's like king shit of Turd Island. It literally runs the show and it shuts off your fat burning pathways. When cortisol is in the picture, weight loss becomes not only harder, but way more frustrating. So many moms are stuck in this trap. Honestly, they're doing more, they're pushing harder because it used to work. But now it's just wrecking their hormones and tanking their energy. It's putting their nervous system on high alert, which is leaving them exhausted, moody, and losing patience with their kids and the ones that they love most. So what I want you to do is take an honest look. What's your cardio protocol? How much cardio are you doing a week? And how much strength training are you doing a week? Can you flip the switch and add more strength training and do less cardio? If I'm being honest though, cortisol actually isn't the biggest problem when it comes to choosing cardio over strength training. It's that every decade after we turn 30, we are losing 3 to 8% of our muscle mass if we're not actively doing something to keep it on our body. That is a lot. And honestly, in a world of highly palatable foods and high caloric foods, we want as much metabolic tissue as possible. Metabolic tissue will, especially skeletal muscle, like muscle that also gives us that lean toned look that we want, it burns more calories at rest than any other tissue, which is really, really good for a mom. So while you are putting dinner on the table or taking your kids around to different various sports, your body is burning fat. Your body is burning calories. So that's why when you look at someone like The Rock, he has a 10,000 calorie intake because he needs to sustain his muscles. So going out for girls' night, enjoying ice cream with your kids, enjoying pizza with your kids, That is all done much, much easier when we have a lot of metabolic tissue in the form of muscle. So if you are doing cardio only, you're actually losing muscle and you're losing your ability to really rev your metabolism and have it working for you even when you're not in the gym. Here's what I want you to know too about those high intensity classes like Barry's Bootcamp or Orange Theory or F45. In order to really trigger muscle growth, then that adaptation that we want from resistance training, we need to make sure we're having proper recovery. So those classes are good at cardiovascular health. They're good at community. They have lots of amazing benefits. But for moms who want to lose weight and build a lean, toned physique, we want to really make sure that we're prioritizing muscle. And the lack of recovery in those classes shows that they're not prioritizing muscle as much. I would more call that like muscular endurance, what they're doing there. It's higher repetitions. It's just not as much rest. Rest is really needed for our body to build muscle. So what does strength training do that cardio doesn't? Well, this is the magic piece, girl. It builds your metabolism. It builds it and it revs it because, like I said before, it's the most metabolically active tissue. So the more muscle you have, the more calories you're going to burn without doing anything at all. I've seen this happen time and time again. Moms coming to me, they're training for a marathon or they are going to spin classes like crazy. We cut that right back and we do simple strength training protocol 3 times a week. And they are finally building the physique that they want. And they're not punishing themselves in the process. They're actually just using compound movements, building muscle, and getting that lean tone look. Now, I know you're going to say, I don't want to get bulky, Kai. I don't want to get bulky lifting weights. Fair. That's an honest fear. And lots of women feel it too. So you're definitely not alone there. But I need you to know the pictures on the front of the Physique magazine that you see when it comes to those, women who have those really built physiques, that takes years of dedication, years of structured routine, of really dialed in nutrition. They are counting their macros for sure. They are doing all of that. Okay. But it doesn't come from just 6 months. It comes from like years and years. And men typically have a more built physique than women because they have testosterone in the picture. So it is typically a lot harder for women to become bulky because we just don't have the hormones that they have. So for a mom who is struggling to lose weight, who is maybe struggling with consistency, that should literally be the last thing on your mind because you are going to be busy with so many other things. There's no way that you would put in the time and the effort and actually get bulky. Like, for instance, I have been strength training for 14 years, maybe even 16, and I'm not bulky. Like, I've been consistent for that long and I don't find myself to be bulky. I'm just toned. So don't be scared of that. Move over 5-pound weights, move over 8-pound weights, grab the 10s, grab the 20s, and lift heavy, challenging weights. So on your next session, just grab the weights and they should be challenging on those last couple reps. So if you're doing 8 reps, on the reps 6 and 7 and 8, that should be quite challenging for you. Don't be scared. I promise you won't get bulky. Next thing is 3 20-minute strength training sessions is all it's going to take. That is 60 minutes a week to stimulate the muscle to build. Why? Why is that better than cardio? Well, for a busy mom, that's only an hour a week. Where cardio, you would have to do so much more and work so much harder to get the same benefits. Because with strength training, you're actually building something that lasts. You're creating muscle tissue that burns calories around the clock. And honestly, you're not just strengthening your bones, you're improving your posture. You're boosting your metabolism and you're increasing your confidence, and you're doing it in a fraction of the time. So we need to stop overcomplicating this. The moms who succeed with me the most are the ones who just carve out 20 minutes a morning on Monday, Wednesday, Friday, or Monday, Tuesday, Thursday. They use compound exercises that really challenge the body, and they're doing it consistently, time and time again. They lift heavy, they challenge themselves, and they get out. That's it. I love to do it before my kids wake up because When my kids wake up, I am now everything for everyone else, my husband included, work included. Morning workouts are the way to go, especially for busy moms. But I need you to know that more isn't better here. I remember even asking my trainer when I first started. I had a trainer years ago and I said, oh, well, should I do leg day twice a week because I really want to build my legs and my booty? And she's like, no, you don't need to. And she was right. Like, I did not need to. If you are doing a proper strategy, proper structure for those strength training protocols, I only lift 3 times a week as well, and maybe for 30 minutes. The same is true for your body. Just give it the right stimulus and the right structure and just make sure that you can be consistent. So what about cardio? Should you cut it out completely? Well, not necessarily. I like using cardio as a tool instead. So think of it like it's a side dish, not the main course. When your week is crazy, prioritize strength training. When you have time for a little extra, then get out for a walk, get out for a run, go to a spin class with your girlfriend or your husband, go to a yoga class and do all those things, but really make sure that strength training is the priority. Cardiovascular health is important, and especially if you enjoy it, it should definitely be a part of your week. But if your primary goal is to lose fat and tone, then strength training needs to be prioritized. The clients who get the best results with me are super consistent with their strength training, and they like to walk. They walk after meals to lower their blood sugar. They walk for nervous system regulation outside. Maybe they like to play tennis with their friends or pickleball or go to hot yoga or something like that. But it's really just the kind of added sprinkles on top, if you will. What I want you to do is look at your current split. How much is heavily weighted towards cardio and how much is heavily weighted towards strength training? I want you to flip it. And this simple switch that you can make this week is how to structure this. So I kind of told you before, but my week always looks like total body on Monday, 20 minutes, total lower body on Tuesday, and then upper body on Thursday. And then I walk and I do yoga in between. Like, I don't overthink it. Those are my set days. Now, let's say my kids keep me up all night Sunday. Do I miss the Monday workout? No. It is 20 minutes. That is it. I can modify the weights used and things like that, but really prioritizing yourself first thing in the morning is going to be key for getting these workouts in, and to set them like any other meeting in your world. So I always have a meeting with myself Monday morning, Tuesday morning, and Thursday morning. When I'm doing those workouts, I'm doing big compound movements, things, squats, deadlifts, rows, presses, lunges, things like that, and use weights that challenge you for sure. Keep 1 or 2 cardio sessions if you enjoy them. Add daily walks if you can, but strength is now the priority because now you know that it is going to help you lose fat and build that lean tone physique much, much faster than cardio ever will. Here's what I want you to take away from this. Cardio is not the enemy, but it's not the answer either. Not for moms over 30 who want to lose weight and boost their metabolism and feel strong and capable in their bodies. Strength training is the foundation. It builds the muscle that drives your metabolism, and it shapes your body in ways that cardio never will. And it honestly takes a fraction of the time. 3 days, 20 minutes, heavy weights. That's the formula. Use compound movements and make it a priority. Now, if you want the full step-by-step system for losing weight without tracking calories or burning yourself out in the process, I made a video that walks you through my step-by-step process that me and my clients follow, and you can find the link on this screen here.